everybody. Hope you are well this fine day. I'm just gonna move some things here. So it's always got to be such a struggle. Nothing could ever be easy. All right, there we go. Just like that. Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you guys, I get a lot of questions, a lot of emails and stuff like that, and I haven't been able to answer a lot of them. So what I decided to do, and if somebody can let me know that Twitch is running okay, because we're on Twitch as well. And I got to adjust this camera real quick. Hold on here. Okay, let's see if let's move it around here. And I'll wait for some people so I don't have to repeat myself 9,000 times. Alright, there we go. Let's back that out a little bit. There's all kinds of stuff in the way. That's okay because we'll get to it. We'll get to it. That's all that matters. Alright. So, in a nutshell, what are we doing today? Today, I'm showing you how to make a bunch of stuff to help you paint and show you some of the things that I've had to evolve now that my hands and my eyes are going so badly. Also, we're going to be looking at some things. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. The Mighty Omnicraft 007 is on Twitch, so we're good. Godzilla Lover, how are you? Always good to see you. And Matt and everybody. I'm going to show you how I do things. Now, you can put in the comments 9,000 times how you do things or what you read and heard, but this is how it works for me. And that's all I'm going to tell you. All right? So, it doesn't matter to me what everybody else does. I do things a little differently because I'm outside the box. I like to be outside the box. That's me. All right, so we're going to show you washes, how to make your own flock and stuff like that. We're going to talk a little bit about that. People always ask me, what do you clean your brushes with? So I'm going to show you how I clean some of my better brushes. People ask me how I use, what type of brushes I use. Well, I just went out and I bought a pack. So you can see exactly what I use for the most part, especially with some of these figures like this dude here. I've gone over to a different type of stand to try to help me. Now, this doesn't show very well as far as when you are doing live streams. So it really doesn't help, but it also has helped because my hands have been bad. So I've decided to kind of, thank you for the subscribe. Look at this. Omnicraft starting right off the bat. We've got to go to my granddaughter's college fund. Thank you, brother. All right, here. Here he comes. And the big G thanks you. The big G thanks you. All right. Since it's kind of early and we've only been on for about 5 minutes, I think. Physically on, yeah, 5 minutes exactly. How about that? It shows it right on there. I wanted to show you something that my awesome daughter and her boyfriend got me for Father's Day, but they gave it to me early, so I wanted to show it to you. Godzilla Lover, you're gonna like this one. Oh no. There's always drama in the house. Always drama. Look at this. I got a new Godzilla. Isn't he cool? Oh, hold on. Let me go to the other angle. I have to show you guys this bad boy. Bum, 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 bum. All right, hold on. Where's my controller? Oh, there it is. Let's control it. This, I saw this someplace and I said I wanted it, and I went to go back and get it, and because I had a whole bunch of stuff from the comic book store. The comic book store had it. So I saw this bad boy and I wanted it, but they sold it before I can get it, which I was, I was like, okay, whatever, But my daughter saw it someplace, and then she decided to go get it for me. And that makes her glorious. So today she is in my good graces. So congratulations to my daughter and her boyfriend, who now I can turn my head a little bit. You know, he's in my good graces for about an hour or so. So there you go, my new Godzilla, which goes up on this shelf right up here. I'm not going to shine the light in your eyes, but he's pretty cool. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to put him up there. That gives a few people to come in, a chance to come in. Yeah, I'm surprised. We've got about 9 people watching, which is cool. Thanks, Pete. We got 9 people watching, which is fantastic, because this is just the last second thing I decided to do. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the big boy out of here, because we need him later on. You've got him too, Godzilla lover? You are so awesome. You really are. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is one of the easiest things to do, okay? I always show you that you can go out and you can buy, for $20 you can get different types of flocking. Well, guess what? You can make your own for about $1.99. Not even. Okay? And I wanted to show you this. This here is nothing but sawdust, which you can go down to your local Lowe's. You can go down to you can go down to Home Depot. I didn't want to leave them out. And anywhere that they cut wood, to be honest with you. And basically you can get this stuff. Okay, so what you do is you get it, and then you go down to your Hobby Lobby or your Michael's or your Joann's, and you get the cheapest paint known to man. This is 99 cents. See, I went crazy and I said $1. So I mean $1.99. I overpriced it. Because this is all free. You get this for free. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do it, but I'm going to show you something different, a little bit different. Okay, because this stuff, costs you a lot of money. You can go to any hobby store and get any kind of sand. Okay. And I like to keep this and I like to use it. But sometimes I just don't want all green on there. I want to mix up and have different types of green. So whenever you buy something or a figure, I always save these. Okay, because they're great for mixing. And I always ask my wife to go get me some tongue depressors. So I have like 1 million of them. Okay. I want to make a sand. Okay. So I have this they call it ballast, but it's basically just sand. Okay, very fine sand, and you can get very fine sand for like $1 or $2. So instead of spending like $20-$30, you can have the sand. Maybe you want a little, to mix a little sand in with that, and maybe we'll play around with something. I don't know what I have around here that I can base, but you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So I always use this because I'm going to throw it away and basically, there we go. Come on. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to dump this whole thing in here. All right. Usually I usually put a little, mix a little, but let's be crazy. Let's be crazy. All right. So I really kind of want to just move this around a little bit. Okay. Make sure there's no lumps in it. The thing is, there's going to be a ton of lumps in this, and I'm going to explain that as we go. But the whole thing is, first put on your safety goggles, or basically so you can see. And there we go. So I'm not worried about anything sticking to the side of this thing or being chunky or anything like that. For me, I want to make sure that there's no lid on there. It's about getting color. Okay, so I'm going to take. Now I want more of an olive feel to mix in with that very dark green. So, but I wanted a sand. I wanted a very nice sand, and I wanted an olive color to kind of break up some of the browns and stuff like that. So I wanted a different type of sand. So I'm just going to put half of that in there. Not even half, but some of that in there. And all I'm going to do is just mix this all together with my little tongue depressor. Now, it's going to chunk up, folks. And I probably don't have enough paint for this. But I really am going to take my time and really mix this up. And I always use, you know, cheapo paint. You can see it's changing color already. And the reason I put a little at a time is I want it not to just be one big pile of stuff. Okay. Colin Weird, how are you? He said hello. We say hello right back to you, big bro. What's up? And we're going to be doing a couple of these in a series because we're going to be covering how to make your own airbrush station out of cardboard. We're going to cover how to airbrush. We're going to cover how to clean your airbrush. Look at that. Look at that, just like that. Just like that. And that's not bad. Let's add a little more magic in here. Remember, this is going to dry and stuff. And that's all cool. Oh. There goes my dollar right down the drain. Alright. And I'm adding a little at a time. Because I really want to make sure. Now, I don't want it to be like, you know, like quicksand that I have here. So this is going to take a while to dry. And then I'm going to sift it through a little sifter I have. But we'll worry about that next time we do this. Because we're always doing stuff. I'm going to show you how to build trees from scratch. I'm going to show you a bunch of different stuff that I do. The way I do things. There we go. Good. I'm painting minis right now, actually. Well, that's cool. I like to hear that. I like to hear people painting minis. And it didn't take much paint to really get this to where I want it. But I think it's a nice... When it dries, you know, you're going to have to sift through it and break it up real well. And it's going to take about a day. Maybe at that. This is why I keep these things around. Because you can see. And that way you can just... You see on the bottom there. How it... It's not sticking to the bottom or anything like that. It's just... You got cheap plastic around. Do all your mixing in here. Mulliner, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So... And once you sift this through, you're going to have this very fine sand. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be glorious. Because then you can use this. And you don't have to just make green. You can make browns. You can make grays. And you always have this stuff on hand. And like I said, you know, I wanted a finer sand. Use a sand. Or like I said, you know, a sand's going to cost you a couple bucks. But for those of you that just popped in, just go down to your local Lowe's. Get some sawdust and do the same thing. See? And if I wanted to, I can add different types of colors in here. I can mix it all together. Maybe I have some brown or something I want to mix in here. You know? To give it a little more feel. You could use those cheap large bags of playground sand. Exactly. From the hardware store for this. Yes, you can. As long as it's very fine. It has to be very, very fine. Now, you see, even here, you know, I get a little, you know, things get a little lumpy, but I'm not worried about that because I like to have things that give a little character. Okay? So, you know, I've got some of this stuff that has lumps. Some of it, you know, I could probably just add some browns in here. Like if I took half of this and added some browns, it would be really cool to do. Rob, I am so excited. I have Army Painter Mega Set coming today. How is that for timing? Your video went up today. Well, there you go, Larissa. I hope you're doing well. I know you've been having some really tough times, and just know that we're fine. All right, there we go. And just, doing this kind of stuff, There we go. So I want to get this off my hands, of course. And I went out and bought this container. And like I said, you can split. I can even split this and kind of mix it up a little bit and then put it all together and just have like this really organic type of sand or fielding if I wanted to. You can use a nice khaki, which would give you a nice, kind of different type of sand. See, and I didn't even use all this. See, there's still about half of that in there. Okay, and then once you're done, always clean up after yourself. So what I like to do is I like to flatten it all out, let it all dry, and I'll during the next day or two, I will come and I will just come and mix all this up so all of it dries. All right, because right now you stick your finger in it and you're gonna, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It dried pretty quickly. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. I'm gonna leave this stick in here because we waste nothing. Waste nothing. And I'm gonna put this off to the side. There we go. Boom. Another thing is if you get a chance, for $6.99 you can go get yourself a nice little porous brush tank. Okay, and I like to use this for some of my other brushes. I'm gonna take and just put and I usually just kind of clean off my brushes, the ones that I really want to keep around. Now that's a cheap brush. I'm not going to do the same thing, but I do have my Army Painter brushes that I will take and I will clean after I clean them in water. Okay, this will get all the paint that may build up in this area here, and it'll prevent you from going through brushes a little bit quicker than you thought. All right, so even though this is a cheap brush, sometimes it doesn't hurt just to clean them because now it feels, ooh, so soft. We like soft, don't we? Yes, there we go. Now, so what is it that I use? Okay, well, let's take a look here. I've had this for over a year and I've only poured a little bit in it. It's brush cleaner and conditioner. It's from Gemini. It's a masterpiece. You can get this at Hobby Lobby. You can get this at Michael's. You can get this at Joann's. Okay, you don't want to swallow it. It's harmful and irritant to your eyes or skin if you get it in there, but it really helps break down paint. And if you notice in here, and I'm going to turn this way a little bit, there is a grate in there, and it's perfect for getting rid of, like this one here has a little bit of scubat on there, and all you want to do, and the excess will, so you're not rubbing it into the junk that'll get in there. So if you have any excess or junk in there, it'll go right to the bottom. Okay, it'll go right to the bottom, and this thing prevents it. And then you just empty this out eventually. Okay, you want to clean this off. You always have paper towels. Paper towels are your friend. Okay, paper towels are your friend, and you could feel the difference in your brushes. Trust me, you can feel the difference. Let's find a crappy brush, like this one right here. Okay, it's really seen better days. All right, let's see if this little bit of conditioner can help. There we go. It's painting Warhammer Orc Boys. Those are fun to paint, bro. Nice job. Nice job. All right, I'm going to move this up here. And I got this little thing in there. You can see it's kind of fuzzy and soapy and stuff like that. One Pip Wonder. You know, I was going to do some other things, but I'm saving them for you and I, Jonna, for our show. So there were things that were going to be into this show that are not in the show. And look, oh, that feels so nice. It feels so nice. There we go. I was going to save some of this other stuff, but I mean, I was going to do some of this other stuff that I had in mind, but I'm saving it for our show. I'm saving it for our show. So there's that. Okay. So now we're going to, and say if you have any questions, save them for a little bit towards the end, and I will answer any kind of questions that you may have. What is it? What is what? I'm showing how to do different things. I showed how to make some some terrain grass and stuff like that. And I'm showing off a whole bunch of different things because that's what I do. I do insane stuff. So you want to get this brush cleaner, especially if you want to use different type of brushes. And I really suggest it if you want to just keep your brushes, even if they're cheap brushes. Now these here, okay, are normally what I try to use. Why? Because they are perfect for the things that I want to work on. Is you know, a lot of plastics and things like this. This whole pack here, okay, was half that. So $8. It was $4 for this. Now, you don't want to get the ones with the like that look like straw, because they're gonna ruin on you. I can't tell you, Jonna. We got to save it for everybody. We got to make people tune in. I think I will use your technique of grass for my orc boys. Well, very cool. Very cool, Colward. Okay, there we go. See, I had to use my teeth. Do not use teeth when you have cutters right near you. Jeez. You think I would learn. You think I would learn. All right. So we're actually going to use a couple of these brushes because we're going to take that big boy there and we're going to work on that big boy. And I want to show you some of the different brushes that you can get. But you get a whole bunch of variances. You know, I love these smaller tipped ones. Okay. I love these for doing some edge and stuff like that. Here's some that I really enjoy. And if you want to, you can take and rinse these off before you even use them the first time. Sometimes helps break them up a little bit and gives them a little bit more flexibility. Like this one's real good. This one's good. I'll probably never use this one. This is a decent one. I'll probably never use that. I will use this. That's a terrain brush. And I will use this. So out of all of them, you know, maybe I would just use this for, you know, for whatever. You know, sometimes it really comes down to feel, what you feel comfortable with. And sometimes people really... I used the metallic blue pen on Hellboy character. Kraus looks fantastic. That's what I'm here for, bro. That is funny. I was just watching One Pip Wonder before I came here. That's the way to do things. Always go from One Pip Wonder over to Rob's Tabletop World. You will find that you will have a fulfilled day. Now for this one, look at you, Colin Weird. You my boy. He's going to use it for the bases. I like that. Now you see, remember how stiff this was a little bit? You put this in a little bit of this conditioner and cleaner. It really does help soften up some of these brushes. See? Nice. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we go. A lot of paint in that big box. There sure is. There sure is. Or vice versa. Let's make this about you, Jonna. Let's not make it about me. Okay? I don't wanna hog things up. So again, when you get them out of the package, sometimes just take and put them in a little bit of this conditioner. And if you notice, I don't have a lot of this conditioner in here. I just put enough in here. Okay? So I can get my brush just It's just enough to cover my brush and get over the grate and really use it in. That way all the settlement goes down into the bottom, and I'm going to get tons and tons of use of this. I've got 6 months use out of this already. Steph's girl, what's up? Steph Star Girl, excuse me. I got to put the star in there. What am I thinking? Come on, man. Jeez. Great tip, but I never did that. Well, now, see? So I get that in there nice. I get that nice conditioner on there. So now everything's just going to go on here so much better, especially when these dry. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's wrap this up. All right, let's get to our next thing. See? Look how nice those feel. That's nice. So let's put them over here. Gotta make sure they're nice and dry. Listen, we don't need that anymore. Always clean up after yourself. All right? Do not be a messy guy. Because then you can't find anything. And that's bad. We can't have that, can we? No. Just say no. So I have a little plastic bag over here that I'm just dumping stuff in, and that's what we do. Okay, let's move this out of here. All right. One of the biggest things that people talk about is, hey, what's paint? What's what? How do I make what? You know, what are washes? How do I make them? How do I do it? Now, there's 1,000 different videos. I've actually done one before, but since we got some time, why don't we make some? And I'll show you the difference between this, making this wash, and some Newell oil. How's that? Let me pull one out. Because you can also kind of make a contrast in a lot of ways, too. And I'll try to show some of that. Is this one opened? No, this one is not open. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Because, as always, I just turn the camera on, and we never just do what we do. Oh, there we go. I just turned the camera on. I'm never prepared. So, you know, like with this, we really want this dark feel to it, but we want this transparent feel to it. So the first thing you're going to do is go get yourself a bunch of these little bottles, okay? And I know what you're saying. Oh, going to start putting together some Marvel Crisis Protocol soon. After watching your vid, I got started with alligator clips and a magnifier to hold the little bits together while they dry. And I'm going to show you something that I picked up recently, because you know, I'm constantly evolving. Please share the clean up after yourself with my boyfriend. No, because then the queen will come out here and tell you that I never clean up. I'm just talking about cleaning my paint area. I'm not talking about picking up your socks or anything like that. No. That is, you know, that goes against guy code. You know, you can't do that stuff. Fun. What was your second? Okay, so again, we're going to take this off here, and you want to get these. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them pretty much anywhere, and you can get about 7 or 8 of them for about $2. All right, maybe even cheaper than that, but I went for a little bit better quality instead of doing what I should do, and that's being cheap. Now, in here is my secret water bottle, okay, and this is purified water, okay. It doesn't have too much minerals in it and stuff like that, so you don't want to be using tap water or anything like that. Okay, so what I want to do is, if I remember correctly, because I'm doing this from memory, I'm going to put water in here, and I kind of want to go about 60% water. Now, I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to put about half in here. Yeah, a little bit more than half. So I'm going to show you guys on the other camera here. Okay. I'm going to close up my water. And we're going to do a few things here, so bear with me, folks. All right, let's move this out of the way. And let's go over to our Avery. So, look. See, that's about halfway. It's about halfway. you would say, right? It's about halfway. Are we making new oil now? We sure are. So I got this about halfway with some purified water. You can use distilled water, that type of stuff. You can use bottled water if you want to. Some people say it affects things. I don't think it affects much. Listen, I'm not going to win. The bottle is half full, yes, but we can also say the bottle is half empty. Depends how you look. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a thing called Flow Aid. Okay, Flow Aid, and we're going to put a little bit in here. Now, listen, you judge for yourself. I usually put about 10 drops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops, that one missed. 9, 10, 11. About 12, 13, somewhere in there. Okay? It's okay. Nothing's going to hurt anything here. Okay? And I'm going to shake that up a little bit. It's going to get a little foamy. It's going to get a little foamy. Alright? So I'm going to let that sit. We're going to do the same thing. Well, this is... And then I'm going to take off the top here. Okay? We'll take off the top. And then we're going to kind of do the same thing over here. I'm going to let some of that foam come down a little bit. Because we want to have a few of these ready. And you kind of just judge with your eye. You know? So again, is it half full or half empty? This one I put a little less. Okay? And then we're going to come back to our Flow Aid. And I'm going to put a little less in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. All right. And this one I'm just going to shake up a little bit. I'm spin a little bit. So it doesn't get as foamy. See? Probably put a little bit more water in there. This one I'm going to let settle for a little bit. I'm going to put that over there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some stuff called Matte Medium. Not the guy Matt. Not Matt in the thing here. This is Matte Medium. So we're not going to put Matte in here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to add this Matte Medium. Okay. And I'm going to fill it about up to the brim there. Alright. Right about there. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! Cilantro! Just subscribed! Hold on. What happens when I accidentally hit the wrong camera? Well, Cilantro subscribes. So what does that mean? It means another buck into, you got it, that girl's college fund. Boy, God. Thank you, Cilantro. You are my man. 2 months straight, he's come strong. Look at him. Robert Hall, how are you? He's filling it. Half full. It would be half empty if he were emptying it. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Save the science for everybody else. That's what I say. Now, here's where it becomes not an exact science, okay? So I'm mixing this up a little bit, okay? Quite a bit. And this is where we're going to do a couple different things here, and I'm going to fill this one up. Okay? Just so we have it ready. All right. Come on. Come on. All right. And then we're going to put this on top. Come on. And then we're going to shake away. And I want to shake that up. Shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. All right, nice. Now I really wanted to try this, get this done before it started thundering, but it's thundering out. So if we go dead, just know, hey, that's what's happened. I made a ton of washes this way. It's great. Well, as long as Matt approves, that's what matters. Next thing that we're going to do is you're going to take an acrylic ink, okay? Like right here, we have oxidized black. It's from Amsterdam. They really make a really good ink. It's about $4 or $5, but you're going to get a ton of stuff out of this. There's no doubt about it. All right, so I love that thing. It's actually very helpful. Well, thank you. All right, so now, normally you would only have to put a couple of drops in here. But I have a way of testing things and figuring things out. And I kind of know that for this particular bottle, I kind of want to go a little heavier. Okay. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I just know this type of ink, how it works. You want to be careful with this stuff. You get this stuff all over the place. Woo! It ain't gonna be fun. Ain't gonna be fun. Now look at that. Boom. Now this, I want this very dark, and there's a reason for that. You can make it a little lighter. Look at that, just like that. Boom, 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 boom. And we're gonna be working with something else too. So I want to show you. Now, how do I know if this is going to be good, or if I'm going to have to split this in or is this going to be just too dark? Usually, what I like to do is I'll take a little bit out of here. See how nice and loose that is? And I'm going to take my thing and I'm going to move it around a little bit. Okay. Does it run clear through the areas that I'm kind of running it through? Yeah, pretty much. All right. I kind of like that. Okay. Well, I had a different... Oh, yeah, here it is. All right, so I'm just going to put... I got to throw these away anyways. Okay. So, you take something like the big guy here, okay? And we're going to take a little bit of this wash. And is this the proper thing to do this on? Hold on. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. Let me clear some of the stuff out of here so you guys can see. And I'm going to show you the difference between the two. Okay? Your own homemade stuff. Now you can actually make it a little lighter. So I'll show you how we do that too. So, like... All right, here we go. Let's go over to that. Let's move that up so I can stop hitting that. And we're going to take a bit of this and we're just going to kind of work that in there. And see how it gets in that in those recesses? Or maybe you can't. Hold on here. It really gets into those recesses like we want. And it's going to do exactly what I want it to do. I probably could make it just a hair darker, to be honest with you. Let's go up top. Because this is where you're really going to see it, right in here. So right here, I'm working that in there. And it's doing everything I asked it to do. Probably should have let it settle a little bit. But I'm getting that really, really, really dark. You could also use floor polish. Yeah, but I don't like to because the floor polish is a gloss. And you can add matte to it, I understand, but I'm not a fan of the floor polish. First of all, I think it's a volatile chemical, so I really kind of want to stay away from it. And then over here, we'll take a little bit of this here. And you'll see it's just about the same thing. And you can compare the two of them. It's doing the same doggone thing. Now what I probably would do is just add just a little more black in there. Yeah, I think a little bit more. So, and you got to play with it a little bit. You'll get it though. You'll get it. Over here, I'm going to come back. I want to be very careful. Very careful. And I'm going to come into here. And then I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I want to do. That's it. No more, no less. And I'm going to shake that up. And I'm going to shake that up. I'm going to let it sit for a second. Gotta chat Rob when he is live. There you go. So you see, this starts to settle in a little bit, and you can move this around. And this does everything I want it to do. Alright? It's cheap. You're not paying $7 a bottle. How much you paying? Be honest with you, you could probably make a gallon of this stuff if you wanted to. I'm just going to use up this stuff because we waste not, want not. Waste not, want not, folks. Everything just dries perfectly. Okay, so shake that up just a hair more. And let's try a little darker. It's a little darker now. Yeah, there we go. That's how I want it. I want it to really get in those recesses. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. And it's just really giving me that beautiful dark tone that I look for. Alright. I'm going to save myself a couple shekels. You know, how does it look on a white, you know, a figure that's kind of like that? Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. It's that guy's silver, so let's just take a little bit there. And I'll show you exactly what happens here. Oh, look at that. And you made your own wash. Look at you. Kind of go over this entire figure just so you can get a feel. Get some on my hands, and then I know I'm doing everything right. Let me move it around a little bit, even. And when it dries, you can paint right over it if you want to. And you can see right over a figure like that. You gotta move around a little bit. Of course, I used a whole bunch, right? And just work it in there. There you go. And that's how you make a wash. Right? But you asked me, but Rob, can you make other colors? I'm sure you can. The most simple one that everybody would show you is brown. Okay, yeah, you can make another brown. You can make another brown. Let's pull Big Boy out of here for a minute. Get over there, pal. And I'm going to talk about that in a few seconds here. All right, so, hey, prices are going up June 1st. Time to start thinking outside the box. Make sure you label everything. Okay. Now, if you remember, we made another little bottle here, right? Made a little bottle here. Well, I have olive green deep. That's a different type of color, ain't it? You put wash on to get into the recesses. It gives dimension. It gives a feel. Let me just shake this up a little bit. Now, if you want to make an Agrath Earth shade, you would get an ember, a raw ember. That would be perfect. But I wanted to go outside the box here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I always find with colors that you got to double it. I always find with colors that you got to double it. But also you can make it however you want to, you know, and that's what really comes down. So, oh, looky here. What do we got here? That's still not deep enough green that I want. Let's see. All right. So essentially, we can use this guy's base because I got to paint over it. So I could tell right now, just looking, I'm a little foamed up here. Probably need to put a little bit more medium in here. Just a hair. Because there we go. Just a little bit. Hey, I'm doing this live. This isn't taped. We do things live. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more green in there. I could just tell by looking at it that I need a little more love in there. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's about 25, 30 in there. So what am I trying to accomplish here? I want a deep dark green because I've never seen one before. And this stuff isn't expensive. For a container like this, it's about 10 bucks. Well, this was 16 bucks. But if you have your 40% coupon at Hobby Lobby, 16, it's 8 bucks. Oh, excuse me. You can get smaller ones, but I make a lot of wash. I do. And it would cost you 2 washes, 2 of these little bottles. Believe me, these are going to probably go up to about 9 bucks. I got a feeling. So it'd be 18 bucks for the whole thing. For what you can make out of this compared to 2 of these, I think it doesn't even equate, folks. It doesn't even equate. It doesn't even equate. You just have to trust me on this. Alright, let's see how this one turns out. Let's see how this one turns out. What do we got here? Okay. Oh no, we got this base right here. It's already painted a little bit. So we're just going to kind of... Oh, look at that. See? It almost works kind of like a little bit like a contrast in a way. I probably got to add a little bit more. Yep. When it foams down a little bit, I'll probably add a little bit more matte medium into it. But you can see I'm getting the result that I want. Everything, it's all going into the recesses nicely. Okay. All right. And enough of it's coming through where if there was a different type of paint on there, it'd be perfect for what I want. Okay, it's something to add to something that I'm going to be painting green, and you're going to see that coming up very, very soon. See, we can just add a little bit more, just a little bit more medium in there, and it's only because I foamed it up like a fool. Don't worry about it. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, exactly what I wanted. Now, don't be afraid to experiment with things either, okay? Don't be afraid to experiment with things. All right? Maybe just, I like to mess with things a little bit. So, for instance here, I'm going to take a couple of drops of this medium here. This Flow Aid. I'm just going to put a little in there, okay? Now I'm going to take some of this matte medium, okay? And I'm just going to kind of, I'm going to put about that much in there. And I'm going to mix it together a little bit. Then, let me pick something out. I want to see a different type of color. No, not that. Let's go, no, I think that would look awful. Maybe I just want to go, where is it? You guys got to forgive me because as usual, I just do my own thing. So I'm going to take some of this Vampire Red. Right? And then I'm just going to go. Okay. I'm going to empty the whole doggone thing in there, I think. But I added some medium in there. Didn't I? Okay. Well, we killed that. And remember, clean up after yourself. And if Godzilla Lover's boyfriend is watching, make sure you clean up after yourself. All right, so I'm just going to take that. And I like to experiment with things. So I have a real lot of medium in there, okay? Maybe I'll add a little bit more. Make sure you clean up and don't leave the color on there. That is an eyeball plant. An eyeball plant? I do everything by eye. Alright. So now, what I'm wondering is, let me grab something. I know I got something around here. I can mess around with. I know I got something around here I can mess around with. I always prime stuff and never... Oh, here we go. So I have this young lady here. Let me take a little bit of this goop I made. And take... Yep. It's almost a little bit like a contrast. Because contrast is just medium. That's all it is. It's only medium. So if I thinned it out just a hair more, it cuts in there like a very good contrast paint that you would get from our boys. We're now probably going to triple and double the price. But hey, what do I know? Uh-oh.
Are you live?
Of course I'm live.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll come back later.
No, come on. Did they leave?
Yeah, they had to go to the eye doctor.
Okay, hold on. What? Well, we have to see who's here. Hold on.
She's a mess because...
She's a mess?
Yeah, because she was rolling around on the pillows.
Come here.
Show everybody her sparkle pants.
Look at her sparkle pants for Memorial Day. Huh?
Say
Yay!
hi. Give Grampy a kiss. Give Grampy a kiss.
She doesn't
Ask
like her grandpa.
Ask her.
Give Grandpa a kiss.
Give Grandpa a kiss.
Give Grandpa a kiss.
Oh, you want to give Gigi a kiss?
You want to give Gigi a kiss?
Okay. Okay, give me a kiss.
Give me
a kiss.
Give Gigi a kiss. Oh,
Thank you.
that's nice. That's nice. You don't like Grandpa. That's okay.
Give Grandpa a kiss.
She don't like me.
Say hi, everybody.
Just deduct $100 from the toy store. Grandpa was going to spend some big mo on you. Every time you act up, Grandpa deducts money. Deducts money. Deducts money. You want to paint too? You want to be a painter? There you go.
Yeah. Paint Grandpa.
What? No. Don't
Not
put that
in the
in your
mouth.
mouth. Don't put that in your mouth. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Say, you gave it to me, Grandpa.
Give me a kiss. Give Grandpa a kiss.
Go like this. Do this. Say it. No,
Give
keep
Grandpa a
saying
kiss. Yeah, okay. Give Gigi a kiss. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Say bye. Say bye.
Say bye. Easy,
You're
Gabby.
gonna trip me.
I know.
Okay, let's go play.
Hey, I'm not popular. What can I tell you? Everybody said hi to you.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. I just don't win.
You did it the wrong time.
What?
Go ahead, show Grandpa. Say hi.
Hi.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. As you were walking away, you said bye, and she was over going.
Yeah, she was happy to get the hell out of
She's
here.
doing it again.
Oh.
You're so smart.
She was just happy to get the hell out of here.
Smart. What a good.
Okay, so anyways, let's get back to the hobby because that's all I have because my granddaughter hates me. It's okay. Gab, you like Gab? Dog even took off on me. All right, I got it. I'm in this on my own. I'm on my own. God. Colin, go easy. All right, let's see who else is here. Grandma's girl. No, that's Gigi. Gigi. You can't call her grandma. You have to call her Gigi. So this water's special water, so I always keep this off to the side and I keep it in one of my drawers just so I know that it's purified. But you know, this now goes into very nicely and it gives you that, it cuts it a little bit, just enough, and you kind of have your own homemade contrast in a way. All right, so you know, we made green wash, we've made Newell oil, which is perfect. The last thing I want to show you guys, and I'm gonna move some of these dudes out of here because I gotta work on all that stuff. I got more stuff I gotta work on, right? Last thing that we want to show you. How long have we been going? Have we been going pretty good time? Yeah, hour. Exactly what I wanted to get in. I wanted to get you guys in an hour. Last thing I want to show you is this thing right here and how helpful it is if you have bad hands. And you're able to get this. Where did I get this? Okay, let me show you. Again, if you buy things separately, you can get this at Hobby Lobby. It is perfect for spraying stuff. Now listen, I'm going to be showing you this thing's going to be covered in color. We are going to be doing some airbrushing in our next time we do this. But as you can see, there's different variances to what you can do here. Okay, because you can take Big Boy off here. Okay, and you can put this on here and spin that, So you have this that you can adjust any way that you want because it's got a bunch of holes here. Maybe holes down something, or you know, whatever. But these clips are perfect. So say you're working on something that, you know, on the side there, and you got a few of these guys, and you can't see as well as you can, particularly me, okay? And you want to paint away here, you can. So it's gonna, it's really gonna make a big difference, especially with smaller models, not some massive like this big boy here, you know. And I think personally, I'm just gonna put a little bit more here. You know, being able to have this, let me just clean that off there. Again, let's be clean. And being able to kind of see different areas and move it around and get your washes and your paints and all that great stuff in there. And just really just work the model, work the model. And like I said, you'll see that using these washes and making these washes really going to save you money, and you get, you know, you can make it as dark as you want. You want to make it darker, make it darker. Don't be afraid. That's what it's there for. Make it darker. Yeah, I got the big G. That's about all I got. I'm on an island by myself. I'm on an island by myself, folks. I'm an island. But you can make all kinds of different types of washes depending on what inks you decide to purchase. Remember, just take and move this up. It'll really kind of tell you where you want to be. And boom. Look at that. It just gets right in those recesses like we want. Creates the depth that we're looking for. That's all we're looking to do. That's all we're looking to do. Darken it up so we can brighten it back up. All right, big boy. There we go. I'm just going to do a little bit more while we're on the air. If you guys got any questions, fire away. This would be the time to do it before we get off and let you guys get back to your wonderful Memorial Days that I'm sure you're having. What's going on here on Rob's Tabletop World? Well, I can tell you this much. We got a lot of stuff planned this week. A lot of stuff planned this week. Glorious amounts of things that I plan on doing. And it all starts tomorrow. I mean, we got a bunch of games in the book, shall I say, that are painted, ready to go. I've got a few things that I'm working on that I'm going to be showing you guys. If you guys ever heard of a game called Dark Future from Games Workshop, well, guess what? You're going to see it live here on Rob's Tabletop World. All right. There we go. And then again, when you're done, clean this off over here in your regular bowl here. Close that up, remember. Clear that off. And then come over to your thing here. And then clean that off. And you'll keep, even your cheap brushes, you'll be able to keep them a little bit longer than you expected. Clean that. Squeeze that. Close that up. Boom. There we go. All right. Clean that off. Nice to keep your brushes nice. So we showed you different variants of doing a bunch of things. I barely even used a quarter of this. I only used about this much of this. What does that tell you? All right. All right. Let's go up top here. Whew. All right. I think we did all right. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it helped in some way. Let me take a look here. Let me go over here. There we go. Come up here. All right, there we go. I'm going to put my glasses back on. If you guys got any questions, this would be a perfect time to ask them. Because I'm not answering any more questions after this. And I still got 3 more of these bottles to mess with. So I accomplished a couple things here today. I got this wash on this bad boy, and then I'm going to start kind of feeling him out, find out what I want to do with him. I'm almost done with all the Reich Buster stuff, so we're going to be doing that big time. You're welcome. Thanks as always. Thank you for the helpful tips. You're very much welcome. Over on Twitch. Okay, let me get my thing here. All right, I think we're good. I think we covered it all. I think we did it all. And just some really easy things that you can do. Oh, here we go. The most important thing is that you guys just keep doing what you're doing. And I hope you guys have a safe holiday for sure. And what was that stand again? I could barely see that. I'll go up top and I'll show you real quick. And then we will get on out of here. It is Spray Work Painting Stand Set. Okay. It's from Tomoya, which they have great paints onto themselves. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. I really like this thing. I can get a couple more clips. I can have clips all the way around. So that's going to be real helpful, especially when I'm painting a whole bunch of things at once. So I think this will be really, really, really good. So there you go. There you have it. And as you can see, it shows you different ways that you can do things. You know, if you have a body stand that you can do, you can squeeze these things in if you do it. So if you're doing cars, which we're going to be doing some cars very soon, I'll show you how this goes. Oops. It's going to go in like this. So you can actually pull this out, and then you can kind of, well, you put that in. Why don't I put on my glasses and see what the heck I'm doing, for crying out loud? That'd be a small miracle, wouldn't it? So I would put this in here into the bottom hole. See, there's a bunch of holes right here. And that goes into there. And then this goes into there. And then this one goes right into there. And then if you have like a body of a car, okay, you can just do this, and you can hold your car in there. Or you can go like that and fit your car in there, depending on what you want to do. All right. And what that'll do, you know, if you're painting model cars or something like that, or you have a part, it's perfect for airbrushing. You can do a lot of different things with it. And this part here, of course, you know, it's going to get covered in paint, but that's fine. You know, you can have different things where you want to clip in here and, you know, fire away. But this is going to be part of a station that I'm going to show you next time we do this at some point. So there you go. That's how it goes. All right. And I think we covered it all. We covered it all for sure. Perfect for airbrushing, like Zeblick says. There you go, kid. All right, listen. I think I've said it all. There's not too much more I can say. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found some of this helpful. Go down to your local, what do they call it? Lowe's or Home Depot, and get yourself some sawdust. We'll show you how we'll make different types of paint and stuff like that, and use the cheap stuff. It's really good. This stuff is very, very good. It's surprisingly very, very, very good. And You know, you can make yourself all types of different sands and stuff like that, like we did over here. See, I'm mixing it up again and staying nice and loose. So you're going to have this to base with. You know, and you can add a little of that in here, and you know, or I can add that right into there if I wanted to. Depends what you want to do. All right, you can be as creative as you decide to. All right, listen, I love you all. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. I will see you guys soon. I'm gonna clean up this whole mess because I have to clean up after myself, like I said, and because I got yelled at because I was told that it was also Scrubby 8, thank you. Great stream. Thank you very much. I was told that this area was messy when she was watching yesterday. My son and I were testing Twitch, see if we can stream to his channel, which we can. And guess what? We got yelled at because it was messy on this table. Why is your table so messy? Why do you have it that way? By the Queen no less. All right. I said, don't worry about the man area. This is my man area. You can tell how far that got and how good that was. All right, listen. Be good. Have a great holiday. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll have more for you. We will actually get some games in for once, which will be fun. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, both on Twitch and on YouTube. And until next time, it is your old pal Rob saying have a great holiday, and we shall see you definitely very soon.